Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about reading your syllabus. On the first day of classes, you need to log into Moodle, click on your class, and download and print your syllabus. It's important that you print the syllabus because many things can happen throughout the semester, like your power going out or losing internet, and you'll have the information you need on a hard copy if you print it out. Additionally, it's good to keep a printout of your syllabus, so when you go to transfer to another college, if they have any questions about what you learned in that class, you have the syllabus ready. Now, here's some important parts of the syllabus. First, if you look at the top, it's going to give you the course title and sections. Next, it's going to give you your instructor information. This is probably the most important part of the syllabus. You'll have questions during the class about assignments or have problems turning in work. When that happens, you need to refer here and contact your instructor first. This instructor has their phone number, office hours, and availability to book appointments, and more. If you notice, it says email, preferred method of contact. You need to contact your instructor in the way that they prefer you to contact them first. If you can't get a hold of them or don't get a response in that preferred method of contact after about 24 to 48 hours, then I would suggest moving on to these other methods of contact. Next in your syllabus, the instructor goes into detail about communicating with them and what you should communicate and when. Don't skip this part of the syllabus either. It says course-related, non-personal questions should be posted in the questions area in Moodle. Some instructors have you do that. They have you go in Moodle and post questions that relate to the course. This states that urgent issues or other issues, the best way to contact the instructor is through their RCC email. Make sure you read that on your syllabus. Then you'll find a course description. It tells you what you're going to learn in the course, how many credit hours you're going to earn, if there's any labs or prerequisites. Then you should see your competencies. This is a great checklist to go through to make sure you're learning what you're supposed to in the class. And it's going to tell you your outcomes. So this is what you should know once you complete the class. Next, you should find some kind of course schedule. This should tell you when the class meets, what you have to do online, and when coursework is due. Additionally, you will find a topics section or assignment schedule. In this, you'll see week to week what it is you have to do and when it is due and what your assignments are. You'll notice in here that he has holidays highlighted in red, so this is a good document to refer to. This is another important part of the syllabus, especially for high school students. When you're a high school student, you get your textbook from your high school, and sometimes there can be mistakes. So what you need to do is, as soon as you get your textbook, you need to check your textbook with the textbook that is listed on the syllabus. Make sure that the title, the codes, and everything match completely with what's in the syllabus. This course has an access code, so when the student got his textbook from the school, he needed to make sure he had also the access code with him. Now, underneath this information are directions and links that need to be used to access that Cengage Unlimited Access code and documents. So you need to pay attention in your syllabus, especially if you have an access code, because it's going to tell you how to access that information. Read this very carefully. Many students get confused when they use their access codes because they have not gone in and referred to the syllabus to see how to access. Also, it will tell you if you need any additional materials that aren't a textbook. And here he goes into details into those technology requirements. This part of the syllabus is in every syllabus for RCC. It tells you the technical tools that you need to access Moodle. Next, you'll have grading scale. Now, this grading scale is the same across the college, but your instructor will go into detail about whether they accept late work and what each exam is worth and all the different grading points and ranges. This is important because if you ever have any questions about why you're getting the score you do on an assignment, you need to look here. Most instructors do not accept late work, and when they say they don't, they mean it. If you reach out to your instructor by their preferred method of contact, because your work's going to be late, be late, I would do that before 11:55 p.m. when the work is due. Instructors are more likely to work with you if they know what's going on. But since this is college, keep in mind that they may decide not to accept late work because that's their policy. It's best to get assignments in well ahead of time to avoid getting the 0. Next, you might find a section about student email where it asks you to check your RCC email daily. This is a practice that you need to get into because your instructors will email you at your RCC email. Your high school hub representatives will email you there also. We cannot email your high school addresses, so it's very important that you get used to checking your student email like this instructor said. Next, you're going to find the classroom policies. These are the instructor's policies on being late, on exams, accessing their online work, deadlines, and things like that. Again, this is important information so that you don't break any rules or lose any points on your grade. Make sure you read those carefully. Some instructors will give details about how to communicate to them in email. Like this instructor gives an example of a bad communication versus a good. Some instructors include etiquette, those things that you need to do when you're on the internet. Also, additionally, instructors will usually put their response time so that you know. It's important that when you send an email to an instructor, you do not send them multiple emails. If they have a response time of 24 to 36 hours like this instructor, please wait that amount of time. As this instructor says, if you don't get a response in 36 hours, then send them another email and call to verify that they got the email. Something that students always forget. A lot of these instructors do not work on the weekends. Therefore, if you have an assignment due on Sunday night, you need to reach out to them during the week. Do not wait until the weekend and expect a response. Also in your syllabus, you will see technical support. We have a help desk that you can call if you can't log in. That's another reason you should print this, because if you can't log in to get it and see it, you'll need to have this number. There's also support for Moodle and Microsoft Office. Additionally, RCC has a Writing Center, Student Success Center, and Library Services to help you. Lastly, you'll see some information about our Quality Enhancement Plan. This is our plan to help students and what we're going to do over the next few years. This is a big one, academic integrity. You'll see our academic integrity plan here. It is very important that you understand what plagiarism is and copying from others, because instructors will give you a 0 if that happens. Next, you're going to see our RCC attendance policy. This is different than the class attendance policy, but it must be included on every syllabus. Accommodations. This describes if you need an accommodation, who you contact, and what you do. This is a safety statement, which lets you know what happens in case we're in a lockdown and what the difference between a lockdown, lockout, evacuate, and shelter is. This is extremely important to read in case those come up. Title IX statement. This is something that we must include by law into every syllabus to explain how we are fair with others. And lastly, you'll notice these words at the bottom of the syllabus. The instructor has the right to change the syllabus, and it's up to the discretion of him to do so, or her. Once they change the syllabus, though, they will update you in Moodle and let you know that a new one exists. At that point, you should always go in, make sure you read it carefully, and print it off so you have it. Your syllabus is your key to your class. As long as you understand the instructions of your instructor, their policies, and how to get a hold of them, you should be successful in the class.